Asaduddin Owaisi, the chief of the AIMIM, has come out and said that there has been an attempt on his life. He has pointed to bullet marks on the side of his car, saying that bullets were also fired at the tires. He's, of course, unharmed, and that is very good news. But viewers, he's also raised some questions. We've also been able to access the CCTV footage of when this car was passing a particular locality. Let's pull that out and put it on air. Viewers, what does that CCTV footage show you? That at a toll plaza, Asaduddin Owaisi's car is moving through, and you can see that there is somebody who is running to the left of that particular car who might be one of his supporters. And that car, and we know that, of course, after this incident, Asaduddin Owaisi is traveling to Delhi. Now, viewers, we are being told that this assailant, and you can see that footage on your screens, that the assailant is firing at the car. You can see a person in white firing at the car, and this entire sequence is now played out. Dramatic visuals, viewers, dramatic visuals. This looks like a toll plaza, and you can see this individual running backwards now in the opposite direction to where Asaduddin Owaisi's car has passed. Now remember, the Asaduddin Owaisi car is on the extreme right. It's a white-colored car. This is obviously the car of an individual, of a commuter, not perhaps even associated with Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi's convoy. So you have a man in a red hoodie running, and he now points a pistol and shoots side of the car. And then you have another individual, viewers, in a white jacket running in the opposite direction. And you can also see that Asaduddin Owaisi's car veers very closely into this individual who was sporting this pistol, and knocks him down. And you can see that individual running into the distance. There were obviously two assailants, one in a white jacket with a hoodie, one in a red jacket with a hoodie. Dramatic pictures tonight, viewers, that we're seeing on our screens. This is a dramatic moment. Times Now is the only channel with these pictures. Obviously, the shooting can't be doubted. It raises some disturbing questions about the designs of these individuals. Who are these people? What has motivated them to open fire at Asaduddin Owaisi's cavalcade and the car that reportedly he was traveling in? Dramatic pictures there. Let's try to also connect with our reporters on the ground to get a sense, really, of what happened. Have these individuals been arrested? Have they been identified? You can see them wearing a mask, running in the opposite direction. The one in the red shirt running, almost following the Asaduddin Owaisi vehicle or running in the same direction. The other one in the white jacket and the hoodie running in the opposite direction. So they were running in two different directions, viewers, both obviously targeting the car. It's very, very lucky that Mr. Owaisi was not shot or wounded or even assassinated. Questions, of course, are being raised about law and order in Uttar Pradesh. Priyank joins us for more on this. Priyank, have these two individuals been apprehended? The other individual seems to have been knocked down. He's in, of course, a red jacket with a hoodie. What happened to him?
See, Rahul, these two suspects have been apprehended by the UP police, and what UP police have told it to us that they are interrogating them regarding the modus operandi and what could have been the motive behind this particular shootout. These are the footage which clearly shows that the claim which Mr. Owaisi is making, that he also spotted one man who was wearing a red color hoodie who had fired, also claims to be true. because initially the UP police was also giving indication that they need to probe this incident and CCTV footage, then they can come out to some kind of conclusion. Owaisi has also hit out on the MLAs of the state government who have been clearly pointing out that this could have been a drama. But look at the CCTV; it's clearly visible, Rahul, that bullets were fired and two bullet mark were also spotted on his vehicle when he had to change the vehicle to reach the national capital.
Now, what are the identities of these two individuals? Where do they come from? Where do they hail from? Are they from Uttar Pradesh or are they from another state? Who are they?
Certainly, they are from Western Uttar Pradesh. Only one of the suspect, Shubham Rahul, is said to be from Noida area, and the further interrogation is still on. But Owaisi has been time and again pointing out that the Dhan Sansad, which happened in Uttarakhand, in Hadwar, Rahul, could have been one of the reasons because of which this incident of firing has happened on his carcade in Western Uttar Pradesh. Because Owaisi, while talking about the incident, has also been pointing out that there have been hate messages which have been given against him because of which this incident happened. UP police is still interrogating these individuals. It appears that it's not an involvement of any gang. It could have been only because of their self-motivated attack, because the weapon which has been recovered from the spot, Rahul, is also country-made weapon. It's not a sophisticated weapon. So certainly a role of any gang is ruled out as per this moment. But since interrogation is still going on, the cops will take some more time to come out with an official statement.
Now, the weapons that they used, were these licensed weapons that they had purchased themselves, or were these unlicensed weapons?
No, certainly not, Rahul. These were the local made weapon, which has been quite easily available in Western Uttar Pradesh, I would say, because time and again UP police and the Delhi police have been busting those gangs, which has found that they have been the imminent supply of these kind of weapons in the part of poll-bound state,
okay,
which has been a major concern. And Owaisi will certainly go to Election Commission tomorrow, which is certainly right next to his residence, to give a complaint regarding this kind of crime happening before the elections.
Okay, stay on with me. I just want to, viewers, play out what Asaduddin Owaisi said right after this, and then bring in Waris Pathan and Mr. Gaurav Bhatia on this. Let's listen into Mr. Owaisi.
Anyone who says that we want our share in Indian democracy, and anyone who opposes any unconstitutional steps taken by any government, their voices are being silenced. And this is a cowardly attack to take my life. I hope that the Election Commission takes it very seriously. And I hope and expect for once that the union government headed by the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, and the state government of Yogi Adityanath will do an impartial inquiry, because this is a well-planned attack to take my life.
Well-planned attack to take his life. We just heard Priyank, who said that this was a result of the hate that was whipped up at the Dharam Sankat. Mr. Bhatia, is this linked to the politics of hate and polarization that has been erupting in Uttar Pradesh?
Rahul, first of all, this attack on Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi is unacceptable. And it's not only an attack on a member of parliament or a citizen, it is an attack on our vibrant democracy. And the latest reports that I have, the IG Meerut has spoken on the issue. The investigation is going on. And there can be no debate on the fact that the perpetrators of crime, one of whom has been detained, the other one should also be arrested, and strict action against them ought to be taken. We also support the demand that has been made by Mr. Owaisi that a thorough investigation has to take place. But before I was coming to your channel, he also made a statement that if action is not taken, then anarchy will prevail all over the country. I think a member of parliament needs to be very responsible with his words, and his words should be measured. Siddharth Singh, a senior minister in the UP government from the BJP, was also attacked today. He very categorically stated that he has faith in the police and the Election Commission of India, because right now elections are going on, and therefore the superintendence and supervision of Election Commission of India is determining the role of the government as well as the police.
That's fine.
So one should not be
My
making
question
any
was straight.
irresponsible statement.
Yes, Siddharth Singh was also attacked, and Owaisi has also been attacked. But my question was straight. Is the politics of hate crossing the line, Mr. Bhatia, and is this a symptom of that?
You know, Rahul, irrespective of the fact there are many venomous statements made by Asaduddin Owaisi and AIMIM, but still nobody should be allowed to actually take law in their own hands, and linking it to any Sansad, Dharam Sansad or any other Sansad, would be too premature right now. I think it is a matter of investigation. Let us have faith in the investigation that is taking place.
Mr. Pathan, linking it to some of the statements that have been made by Mr. Owaisi, which have been insightful. How do you respond to that?
First and foremost, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today he has been kind enough and our party president Asad Owaisi's life is saved. Secondly, I strongly condemn the cowardly attack on our party president Asad Owaisi, who is also a sitting member of parliament and a leader of the OBC, of the Dalits, of the Muslims and the downtrodden. This attack is an attack on the democracy of our country, as Asad Owaisi had gone to UP for canvassing for a Padyatra which was done by him, as the election commissioner is running the elections. Now I would like that Rahul, whosoever the perpetrators are, one of them is arrested. The police must investigate, the state government must investigate, the central government must investigate who is behind him. These are the people with the ideology of Godse. They don't want that a person, a leader, to raise the voice for the downtrodden who have been kept in abeyance for the last 70 years. This is the psychology of the people, the mindset of the people who don't want a person to raise voice when injustice is being going on. These are the people who want to stop the voice of the opposition. Secondly, I would like the government to provide Z plus category to our party president, as this is not the first incident which has happened on him. Earlier his home was attacked in Delhi. Some miscreants had thrown stones, damaged his nameplate. Today this incident, which was a pre-planned attack on him, which can be very well clearly seen on your TV channels. I was just watching it, how the miscreants came and they fired upon his car. We want an inquiry, an impartial inquiry, the election commissioner to make note of it. Secondly, Rahul, there are several threats which are being issued to a party president. Recently, hold the Dharam Sansad, which was happened in Prayagraj. There also his name was taken, bad words were used against him, and threat to his life were issued by those people who were present at the Dharam Sansad. He had been receiving threatening calls, though he said he does not want any police security, but I would request that he be provided security. See, last month I accompanied Asad Owaisi. We were in Uttar Pradesh. We hold almost 14 to 16 rallies all over UP, and we were traveling in this car, in the same Discovery car. The driver drives the car, Asad Sahab sits, I am present in the car, without any security. We get up at some dhabas, sometimes we have tea, we wait, we go to a mosque, pray, we move around. This is the way these people, they don't want us to do that. This is the psychology which is trying to damage the secularism and pluralism of our great nation called Bharat. Okay. These are people who wants to suppress the voice of a leader who is going all over the country, who is contesting election as per the democratic
Viewers, let me tell you, over the last 1.5 months.
Let me give a message to them.
Okay.
Let me give a message. No, allow me 10 seconds, Rahul. Allow me just 10 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Allow me 10 seconds.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Let me, through your channel, tell them, you cannot stop us. We are not afraid of your these Gidal Bhapkis. We are not afraid of your threats. Inshallah, we will contest. We will go, we will campaign in Uttar Pradesh all over the country. You won't be able to stop us. Inshallah, we will win. Your these threats won't stop us anywhere.
Okay. Viewers, over the last few weeks, in the build-up to this election in Uttar Pradesh, there have been elements who have made all sorts of statements. There is a kill list that was announced by clerics recently of who they called were agents provocateurs of the Hindu right. Then there is a leader who is in alliance with the Congress party, a cleric who also has his own party, who came out and said some very, very insightful things. There was a Dharam Sansad, viewers, where fringe Hindu Pandit types came out and said that there should be a complete genocide of Muslims. The response, viewers, has been lukewarm, and that is the debate we did yesterday, viewers, where I called out both sides for being provocative, communally. Someone has to take responsibility. Who is it going to be? Fundamental question. Mr. Bhatia, respond to Mr. Waris Pathan. You have individuals who do this. Punishment is meted out in the, in the odd case as an exception, not as a norm. And that's why these individuals on either side are emboldened to do what they're doing.
No, Rahul, I completely agree with you that any criminal element that is trying to break law should be punished, and such an attack should be condemned. But at the same time, when you try to politicize it, I would like to tell my friend Waris Pathan that this is the ideology of Yaqub Memon and Afzal Guru, the terrorists your party was supporting. And that is why I said that they also need to introspect when they make statements that are venomous, hurting the sentiments of other communities. It is bound to have a reaction, though it's not justified, but it's bound to have a reaction. And I would advise him, when he talks about a risk to his life, I think the Telangana government should hold a meeting, because there is a special committee for that, and assess the perception that Asaduddin Owaisi faces. And if there is a threat perception, needs to be provided security. But the point here is, please stop the politics of hatred and spewing venom every second day. Like there is a poster that we saw in Uttar Pradesh regarding some detractors, the AIMIM party.
Yeah, but would you say the same? Would you say the same about the attempt on Siddharthnath Singh's life? Because many people would say that there are enough provocateurs who are inciting the Muslim community also on the Hindu side. That's what I'm asking you, sir.
Yes,
why
Rahul,
was Siddharthnath Singh targeted then? That was also a hate attack, according to him.
No, Rahul, a very valid question. I think when I'm speaking on a point of principle, it applies to everybody. But let us not forget that during elections, there are political enemies also. And
no, but do you believe that? Do you believe that the Dharam
Sansad?
Do you believe that the Dharam Sansad, sir, was spreading communal hatred, which is unacceptable in a democracy?
Unequivocally, I say that.
Okay, and could it have been a trigger for this?
Supreme Court has taken cognizance of that.
Just like the death of Mr. Bharat in Gujarat, could this also have been a trigger, the Dharam Sansad, for the attack on Mr. Owaisi? Forget about the political rivalry right now.
Rahul, I would not like to speculate. It's a very sensitive matter pertaining to a citizen's life who is also a member of parliament. I think the police is acting in a very responsible manner.
Mr. Pathan, do you accept this response?
Well, Rahul, let me tell you, my friend Gaurav Bhatia is also here. When Yogi says that Uttar Pradesh is crime-free, then why these things are happening? Why is this not a crime? When the member of parliament, when a leader, he is not safe in the country, in the state of UP, what is the safety given to me or you, Rahul? Tomorrow I will go and campaign in Uttar Pradesh. What safety does Waris Pathan has in Uttar Pradesh? Tomorrow I may be shot at. We don't carry with us, along with us guns and security. But why these things are happening? Because I said earlier, people like the Dharam Sansads, which has been organized in Prayagraj, with Gaurav Bhatia will not condemn.
What about
wherein statements were given for mass genocide of Muslims, where Asad Owaisi's names were taken. That he,
what about that
Tawqir Raza is...
Your statement. 15 crore.
Arey Gaurav Bhatia, don't try to politicize this attack,
No, I'm
please.
not politicizing.
I would request, don't try to politicize this.
This
Whether you
one-upmanship. Everyone, please. This one-upmanship. Okay. I'm running out of time. This one-upmanship, viewers, is not going to get us anywhere. I said this yesterday on this show, almost presaged that we would come to a point when something like this would happen. Dial it down. Dial it down before it's too late. Hate has no place in conversations around democracy. Priyank, very quickly, 30 seconds. What are these individuals saying? What was their motive? Do we have an idea?
That they could have been, they could have said that the kind of statement which Mr. Owaisi make against a particular religion could have been one of the triggering factor, but that could have been a disguise for these criminals who opened fire on the member of parliament. So I would say that we will have to wait for some more time because it's just the beginning of the investigation for the UP police.
Well, viewers, before a very polarized election in Delhi, we saw a man who showed up with a gun. You'll remember that. He showed up with a gun. He was apprehended. Luckily, nothing happened untoward. Showed up with a gun. Then there were riots. Viewers, we are on the edge of a precipice here. It's a problem. And political parties on both sides need to begin to introspect seriously. You can't have a guard every 30 meters. It's just not possible. I leave it at that.